hold on. Let me Yeah, I'm going to record it.
Well, hear it first. All right?
What's that?
Hear it first.
Okay.
And then I'll read it a second time.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, wait, hold on a second. Millie, stop!
What?
Millie wants to play. Hold on, let me get her ball, and then...
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
All right. Millie, where's your ball? Did it roll under the bed? I think it rolled under the bed. I saw it. Hold on one sec, Dad. All right, well, you can talk to me while I'm looking for the ball.
Okay, I titled this memo because I didn't know how to title it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And you could put a date after it if you want.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Okay, just listen, don't record yet.
Okay.
My name is Kenneth Davis, and I am an 80-year-old... my name is Kenneth Davis, and I am an 80-year-old retired New Jersey public school teacher. My wife, Irene, and I have a daughter, Dr. Lauren Goldschmidt, a dentist, who is married to Dr. Matt Goldschmidt, a maxillofacial surgeon. That's the first paragraph.
Okay.
Second paragraph. Dr. Matt's extended family is very large and includes many wealthy professionals. The Goldschmidt extended family shares a large summer home in New London, Connecticut, at which my wife and I have been invited to for Goldschmidt family affairs only 3 or 4 times. At one of these well-attended affairs, about 10 or 15 years ago, all the men gathered together before dinner on an expansive section of the porch for a men-only discussion. Knowing only a small number of relatives, I joined in quietly and sat in the back. New paragraph. The discussion was really a detailed tutorial on how to cheat and defraud the U.S. government out of millions of tax dollars. The family leaders on this occasion expertly discussed secret offshore accounts and other techniques for not paying taxes. Many people took notes and asked questions. I am not a financial type of person and just sat there in quiet amazement at how I was privy to such criminal activity and not able to understand it. Okay. Next paragraph.
Millie, what happened to your ball? Sorry, Dad, I'm listening. We lost the ball.
I noted that my son-in-law, Dr. Matt, took extensive notes and asked the kind of questions of one interested in participating in such crimes along with his father, Dr. Paul Goldschmidt. Years later, I related this experience to a retired judge. I'm telling you right now, his name is Perry Miller. I didn't put his name down here, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Where was
but
he?
You can, but I don't. He's going through Parkinson's now. So.
Was he in New Jersey?
No, New York judge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But I can get all the information you want about him if you want to. Okay. Years later, I related this experience to a retired judge. After hearing the above, he didn't want to hear any more. He said that this was a serious crime and that people go to jail for such antics. Okay. This memo is to protect my daughter, Dr. Lauren Goldschmidt, who's going through a very bad divorce with her husband, Dr. Matt Goldschmidt. Dr. Matt is apparently hiding $20 to $30 million in the Philippines and other countries using the tactics he learned about in New London. The worst part is he has tricked my daughter out of her savings and other shared assets and is leaving her nearly penniless. Please respond to this terrible tragedy. Kenneth Davis.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know what a shell account was until you told me during the divorce, but
yeah.
Did you not suspect Matt was participating even though, or like, you probably figured I wouldn't understand, or you didn't, you just thought he was just trying to get information, but you didn't, like, really, you were just, I don't know. Did you think it was, like, a serious conversation that, like...
Well, Mom and I believe in putting money in the bank and in savings account and in stocks.
And that's why Mom got upset when
we're not in the $1 million category, so we can't, and I wasn't, a lot of this was over my head.
Is that why Mom got upset with me when I gave Pop Murray's money to Paul? Because
yes. Well, yes. Yes.
All right. But I didn't. Why didn't you guys say that you thought that they were up to something so risky and dangerous, or you just didn't think that his investment?
Days you were hard to talk to, Lauren.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
I mean, I guess you know what? I believe you because I wanted to believe that Matt was not up to any good. You know, I wanted to believe he was like this amazing philanthropic, like, you know, he's on this mission trip right now, so he says, and, you know, that was the kind of person he was. So I probably, if you tried to tell me, I'm sorry, I probably did shut you up and say, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you were very loyal to him, and you know, so.
All right.
Okay. You want to record now?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, you'll have to add anything like dates or whatever else, you know?
Okay.
Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you ready?
Well, tell me a little bit. You told me at one point some detail about how they were saying, like, they were discussing the various shell accounts, because I didn't know what a shell account was.
Yes.
And
I still am not quite. I never really looked into it afterwards. All right.
But you said they were rude to you when you didn't you say
What?
Didn't you say they were kind of rude to you because, like, or they like basically felt made you feel like a lesser, you know, like educated person or whatever because you weren't participating in the conversation? Is that?
Well, there were several people, including me, who didn't say a word.
Well, I
Like
remember when I
Ellis,
first.
you know, Ellis, the one that.
Yes. The husband of.
Who was he fired by?
Yeah,
He
he was fired by Marty. Yeah.
Marty. Okay. What's Marty's last name?
Gold.
Gold. All right.
Yeah.
So Marty, this was right after Marty had been Marty had fired.
Oh,
Ellis.
so Joel wasn't. Was Joel there?
Joel who?
Joel Ellis, the one who.
Yes, he was there.
He was there. Was he one of the people who was like participating in those investments?
He was quiet. He didn't say a word.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, because Mom had told me that Marty had just a family member, right?
Yeah, they were never nice. I mean, like Matt's mom was never nice to Paul's sister. Yeah. So and he's married to Paul's sister. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to add something there, go ahead. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have you read it before I type it. But most likely, what I'll do is I'll send this recording to I have a auto transcriber. And it will auto-transcribe our conversation. And if I need to add dates or any details, I'll add them. And then what I'll do, if I know, and I'll send it back to you to sign to make sure it's accurate. Or I'll read it back to you before I send it.
Is it too long, or should I have included more?
No, it's perfect. I tend to be too wordy. So,
Huh?
It's right. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay. All right, I'm going to start.
Okay.
I'm going to say for the paragraph as I come to each paragraph, okay?
Okay. Go get it, Millie. go get. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it first. You're like, good. This is how Millie gets me to exercise. You know that?
Wow.
Yeah. She outsmarts me. She's like, you go down the steps. Oh, that was a bad throw. Sorry. That came right back to me. There you go. Oh. That came right back to me, too. Come on, Millie. You can catch it. Catch it. Oh, you got it. Good girl. I met someone tonight who has a little Yorkie, and I think it's a he. She, and she's 13, and she's on like every medication you could imagine, and goes to all these specialists.
Oh, really?
And the owner told me that he was told that he has the most expensive dog.
Yes. And they're very bossy, Laura.
Yorkies, yeah.
Yeah, Yorkies, take advantage of humans that they control. So.
Yeah, they were a little afraid to admit that the Yorkie sort of, ruled the roost. Yeah. But
okay, tell me when to start
Go.
Huh?
I'm starting now.
Say.
Now, go ahead. Begin whenever you're ready. I can cut out our little chitter chat, but the recorder is on.
Now.
We're recording.
Memo.
Okay.
Memo. My name is Kenneth Davis, and I am an 80-year-old retired New Jersey school teacher. My wife, Irene, and I have a daughter, Dr. Lauren Goldschmidt, a dentist, who is married to a Dr. Matt Goldschmidt, a maxillofacial surgeon. New paragraph. Dr. Matt's extended family is very large and includes many wealthy professionals. New paragraph. The Goldschmidt extended family shares a large summer home in New London, Connecticut, at which my wife and I have been invited to Goldschmidt family parties only 3 or 4 times.
I didn't even know it was that many, but okay.
Okay. At one of these well-attended affairs, about 10 or 15 years ago, all the men gathered together before dinner on an expansive section of the porch for a men-only discussion. Knowing only a small number of relatives, I joined in quietly and sat in the back. The discussion was a new paragraph.
Okay.
The discussion was really a detailed tutorial on how to cheat and defraud the U.S. government out of millions of tax dollars. The family leaders on this occasion expertly discussed shell corporations, secret offshore accounts, and other techniques for not paying taxes. Many people took notes and asked questions. I am not a financial type of person, and just sat there in quiet amazement at how I was privy to such criminal activity and not able to understand it. I noted that my son-in-law, Dr. Matt, took extensive notes and asked the kind of questions of one interested in participating in such crimes, along with his father, Dr. Paul Goldschmidt.
Can I interrupt?
Years later...
Okay.
Should I keep going?
I have one question. Did he literally have, paper and pen out?
Almost everybody did. Not everybody, but almost everybody.
Really?
Yes. Years later, I related this experience to a retired judge. After hearing the above, he didn't want to hear any more. He said this was a serious crime and that people go to jail for such antics. New paragraph. This memo is to protect my daughter, Dr. Lauren Goldschmidt, who's going through a very bad divorce with her husband, Dr. Matt Goldschmidt. Dr. Matt is apparently hiding $20 to $30 million in the Philippines and other countries using the tactics he learned about in New London. The worst part is he has tricked my daughter out of her savings and other shared assets and is leaving her nearly penniless. Please respond. Okay, new paragraph. Please respond to this terrible tragedy. Sincerely, Kenneth Davis.
Good.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not leaving me penniless, though. He's leaving me in debt.
All right. Then you change that. In debt.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. He's ruined my credit, and he's leaving me in debt.
Well, leave that. Then add that.
Okay.
Make sure you add that.
I will.
I should have.
Well, I can put that in my own, but
Okay.
I mean that's hearsay anyway for you to say about me. I suppose that you know what, like it's based on only what I've told you, unless you've looked at my debt though, because I'm borrowing from you, and that's the last thing that I bear living with. I can't bear it.
Okay.
You're retired school teachers. You should
want to replay it?
You want me to replay it?
Yeah, and you tell me. Okay, and you can add or detract anything you want. All right.
Okay. Well, I'll replay it. But would you rather me replay it? I was thinking, for the time it takes to replay it, I could have it transcribed.
Okay, then you do that.
And then what I'll do is I'll send via email to, should I do KP Flyer or should I do Mom? Or do both? I'll do both. I'll send it to you guys. And then you can read it, make whatever changes that might come to you. And then whenever you get a chance, because I have this recording, so I know you've got doctor's appointments and you're packing for Florida and everything. So when it's convenient, don't knock yourself out. Then,
Lauren,
what?
It is very hard for Mom and I to do anything.
I know. That's why I'm saying. That's why, Dad, I'm saying almost suffice it to say that we can use this recording if need be, because I want you to focus on what you have energy for, okay? Because you shouldn't be bothered any further, or and this has been enough for you to spend all that time thinking and writing about it, because I know it's not even easy just to think about rather than even write about and try to articulate.
I want to help you no matter what.
I know. And I love you so much. And I want this, borrowing to end, yesterday. And, I just...
You do the right thing, Lauren.
Okay.
Make sure you have a lawyer that